All right, thanks for tuning back in to part 2 here at Dornick Hills. Perry Maxwell Design, Firefighter Golf, Captain Steve Pope, down here in Ardmore, Oklahoma, playing this wonderful track. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. Thanks for watching. Stay self-aware. Love y'all. Hole 10 downhill, about 400 yards. Dog legs to the left there. So on this hole, dog legs to the left, like I said, and you can't see the green there. Just looking to get this hybrid down there in a good spot. And I skinnied it a little bit and push it to the right a little bit, but it turns out pretty well. So I got about 150 to this hole. I ended up going with a 9-iron. I was thinking about going with the 8, but I chose the 9. I didn't want to go along with the 8. And you know, when you play courses that you don't know, I guess it's best to go with the club you're most comfortable with. So here, what I've been working on lately is trying to keep the club face outside the hands and the hands go a little in on the backswing. I don't think I did on that one, but that's what I've been working on lately. But the shot turned out well, and here's another bridge. A lot of bridges on this golf course down here at Dornick Hills, so I'm glad I was able to share this course with you guys. Here's my approach shot, just on the fringe, rough. The rough is dormant down there with this Bermuda this time of year. So see, when I walk by the hole, I look in and see where the grain's growing. And for you people that play in these Bermuda grasses, you can make comments on below and tell me what you think. But I always look where the hole's cut, which way the grain is growing, to help me, especially when the ball slows down, the grain really takes it. I think I balled a little too much here, obviously, and I didn't hit it hard enough. So just coming up, and when you don't hit them well like that, you're frustrated. Luckily, I put a good stroke on this putt and make it to save the par to start out at this back 9. Hole 11, straight up the hill, pretty much. Sorry for the camera work there. As far as this is my old phone, so in the videos that you're going to see that I post moving forward, I have a lot of I use my new Google 5. So on this one, just trying to get her out there and play with the driver, and as you can see there, I struck it well, and nice save with the hands on that one. And here's another bridge. I like my golf course bridges, and these are built pretty well here. I'm going with the 7-iron up this hill into the wind. If I remember right, on this hole, it was about 160 yards up this hill. Part of my problem, I came out of that one again, and that's been a tendency of mine lately, that I need to just hit down and through it better and not coming up and out of it. And that ball was almost just right to be on the green, and it rolled back down this slope that you're going to see here. There's my little big ball I put out there for you to see. And here you'll see how far down below I have to, you know, hit up, I should say. The ball is well below, and then I got to hit up this hill. So on my walk over, let's see if I look in the hole or not on this one. No, I didn't on that one, but even on chip shots, you need to look in the hole and see which way the grain. There might be, you know, people that play in Florida and Texas that have Bermuda that can help me understand how to read it better, but that's from my research what I found that works for me. So I hit a pretty good chip here, but this is a delicate putt that I have coming down this slope. And I look at the grain again, trying to get a good eye of getting behind it and see. Sorry for the blurry camera. Again, this was my old Google Pixel 2 phone, and and it was starting to, the camera was starting to get, it just wasn't as good. The Google 5 that I have now, man, it puts out some good footage. Now look how far this goes by with just that tappity tap, and if I would have hit it any harder just to keep that line, then it obviously I'd have been further down the hill. So, but hole 12, I was never comfortable with this tee shot, and you're going to see the result here of not being comfortable, and not playing this course either doesn't help. So just wait till you see the result here. Trying to get set up in my routine. Looking like Sergio, taking forever, huh? Little skinny running draw here. And it made it down further than I thought it was going to make it down. I think I was like 177 yards coming up. Got to get up and over these trees. As you can see, I need to hit it out further to the right and I'd have a shot in. But here is a funny shot of the day, and I'll shut myself off here and let my audio from the course vlogging tell you what happened. You're gonna see when we get up here, I pulled it so bad I think it hit this fan that's down here. Oh lordy. Alright, there's the alleged victim. There's the pin, and here's where my ball ended up after it hit said fan. So I'm walking up to this dirt lie shot, getting lucky hitting it off the fan, and it's still in play. But when I hit the ball to the right of the tree because I thought maybe it was going to feed left for me, and I hit it kind of how I wanted to, just get her running on the dormant Bermuda, and it just kept feeding right, and it ran off the front of the green.
They're laughing at me.
Yeah, that crow was laughing at me for hitting the fan and for that little punching chip shot. And he's still in my head, I think, because I didn't hit this little chip hard enough. But, you know, that's golf. Gotta overcome the fans out there. Here on this putt, this is to save a bogey. And I'll be happy with that after the calamity of errors. Off the fan, off the dirt chip, crow laughing at me. And luckily I snuck that one in there. So I was happy with that bogey. Hole 13, this baby here, 473 yards. Luckily it was downwind, so that, you know, mitigates a lot of the distance, but it's uphill on the initial part of it. And I don't hit a good drive here, and you'll see the result here in a second with the shot tracer. Look at that nice bridge there. Whoop, didn't rotate through that one. I honestly was afraid of hitting it over on the road. And I really haven't drawn the ball all day, so I don't know why I was afraid of that. But here's what I got. Just going to have to punch it out. I can't remember what I chose here. I think an 8. And just to get it through that chute of trees back out into the fairway. Here you can see, make sure I don't hit the tree on the backswing. And on this one, I got too fidgety at the top, and I got lucky, honestly. Look how close this one's going to come to this tree. Woo! Got away with that one, and the pull made it run pretty far for me. I think I got like 115 yards in on this one, 114. And I hit a pretty good approach shot. I just didn't want to go long. Again, when you don't know some courses, you don't want to go long. It's best to stay short, especially after I've already played the front 9 and I know that a lot of them slope the way they do, back to front. So I tend to like to come up short and just have a putt at something. And you'll see here I have a pretty good putt for the par. Not as close as I wanted it to, but you'll see, yep. Repair your divots, your ball marks. But here about this time, the wind was starting to pick up. And you're going to see the flag blow a little bit more on these next few holes. And it was good for this hole if I would have hit a good tee shot to help me, but I didn't. And then you'll see on the next hole, well, actually 2 holes from now, I'm directly into the wind, coming back into the wind. Yeah, on that putt, I didn't make a good stroke to even give it a chance. So, on to the next hole. All right, go from that hole 13, 472 yards to hole 14, 272 yards. So they give you a little bit of a respite, but it's uphill and it's into the wind today. So it's gonna have to, I'm gonna try to thread the needle up there, have some fun. I'm through those bunkers and everything. Right through those bunkers. As I said, look at the leaves blowing. The wind is picking up, and it affected a little bit of the drive. You know how it is when the wind's blowing. You try to swing a little harder, or you feel out of balance, and just you're not comfortable with what you need to do. But on this approach shot, it's up the hill, as you can see, and it's only like 56 yards, I believe. So just got to get it up the hill there and get it on the green and give myself a chance for birdie. Got a good break that I got past the trees and there's no limbs in my way, so let's see what I can do here. A little bit right, but overall the result is good. Gives me a good chance for birdie, as you're going to see here coming up. So on this one, it breaks a little right to left. You're going to see from this angle left to right, but there I am again looking in the hole for the grain. So if you've watched any of my videos in the past, I've switched putters over and over and over again, and I know it's the putting stroke that's the main problem, but I've using this PXG double wide putter now, and I've been putting well with it since I've had it now. One of my main problems with my putting is that right hand gets a little active, and I've been working on some drills to take that activity out of it. So hopefully moving forward I can putt even better. But here's the hole that's directly into the wind, hole 15. It's like 463. It's coming up. It's getting ready to show you, and it's downhill, but you'll see where this tee ball ends up. The other problem you end up having into this green. You got these old trees all over this property that are pretty tall. So I hit a good drive here. Into the wind. I tried to tell myself don't swing as hard this time compared to the last hole. So I did that, put it in the fairway, but as you can see, that tree right there is in the way. And the pin's kind of on the front part of the green, so I'm gonna have to sling this one around the tree. I'm 200 out still, so gonna go with the 22-degree hybrid and just get her running and slinging up there the best I can. You can see those mounds to the right. I was able to use those a little bit on this approach shot to help, but I don't get it turned over quite as much as I wanted, and because my swing, I've been working on trying to take those hands out of it, and I used to be just a flip drawer a lot of times. But there's the approach shot. It ran up there pretty good. Got a good look at this one. So let's see what I do here. Overall, not bad. Just didn't hit it hard enough. So here, watch my practice strokes. I'm trying to take that right hand out of the stroke, and right there it looks pretty good. But as you know, when you get over that ball and that little white or yellow pill, overall, that wasn't a bad stroke with it. Just didn't hit hard enough for that line, and it broke away from the hole. So got a bogey on there. This is the hole I've been waiting for the whole day. This is the hole with the cliff, rock outcropping, whatever you want to call it up there on your approach shot into this par 5. So I put another good swing on. I drove the ball pretty well the whole day, so I was happy with the way I've been driving the ball. It's just been coming up and out of my irons and my hybrids. So there's the rock outcropping. I can only imagine what Perry Maxwell thought when he came across this property. This is his first course he ever built. He built Southern Hills in Tulsa, Prairie Dunes in Hutchinson, Kansas, and he's built a lot of other, he's been involved with some of the renovations at Augusta National. So the ball had been releasing a lot here. Anyway, I'm 293 out and hit a wet spot in the fairway, and it got a little mud on the ball. That's why I didn't go any further. Not that I was going to go for this 1 and 2 anyway, but it'd have been nice to be 250 out. Hopefully, that would have been. But anyway, laying up with like a 6-iron, try to give me 100 yards in. On this layup shot, 6-iron, still coming up and out of it just slightly. I'm not hitting down and through it enough. Overall, it turned out well. It's just something I'm working on right now. So, look at this hole. Up the hill, there's the flag waving in the background. All right, let's see what I got to say here coming up on this approach shot. I can only imagine what Perry Maxwell thought when he first saw this rock area, this cliff, and said, I'm going to put a hole there. So I know I drive around and see plots of land and say, man, that'd be a cool place for a golf hole. So anyway, I got the 50-degree up this hill, about 114. Barely cleared it. Barely got up it. Okay, you can either go up the stairs if you want. That's for the walkers as well. But I can take the cart path up. I just talked to the Brett from maintenance. All right, what you're seeing here is down to that fairway where I hit it from, and there's where my ball ended up. So when I was taking a look at this chip shot I had, I felt like I could possibly make this one. So it was just, you know how it is sometimes in a round, you see something, you just feeling it, and there's smoke showing. So that gives you any indication of what's coming. So let's see. I thought I had me another one. Here I am trying to put this in with the wedge and got away with it. So here we are to hole 17, and it's downhill into the wind, and I couldn't figure out what club to hit. With that water staring at me, I wasn't going to take the 7-iron, so I chose the 6-iron so I can make sure I had enough, obviously, if you hit a good shot. So, all right, got a 6-iron, 160 into this wind. I would rather be long than short with that water there, obviously. So I struck it well. Sorry for this weird shot tracer. Just sometimes when you put the camera behind it, it doesn't have the best of angles for it to pick it up. But 7-iron was probably the club. It is on the back of the green, so I think the wind died down for me. I didn't have the gust from the gods, Rummy. So here, drive down the path, to Perry Maxwell's grave site, his family grave site. It's one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in the game of golf. And showing you the little mausoleum looking thing, if you want to call it that. I don't know what you want to call those, but anyway, walking over to his grave site, trying to see which one's him. That is not it. And next, there he is. People paying homage with gloves, golf balls, tees. Just a cool experience. You'll hear me talk about it here in a second on the drive out of, on the dirt road back. And just to think, I was thinking about not coming to play this course today, this morning. I just wanted to get back on the road and get back home. But I'm glad I came out. That was an amazing experience there, to be honest with you. So I would recommend you to get down here to Dornick Hills. They allow public play, so I recommend playing it. It's a great course. The history of seeing that, and I don't know what else to say. So hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. Here's the drive after getting off that dirt path down to 17's green. This was just a great part of the golf course. Those 4-5 holes where you're around and can see the cliff, and that's part of their logo for their hats and shirts. But there's my approach shot, long, and man, this green, I just couldn't see the contours in this thing. And I don't know if you guys have problems. Even on my home course at times, I just can't pick up the slope, even if I've had that similar putt, hundreds of times. I know it's exaggeration, but it's just the feeling of, man, I can't remember that this is what it's going to do on my home course, let alone see what this break's going to do on this course. So I didn't read this right at all, not even close. Not only did I not hit it hard enough, but to avoid some of the slope being put on that ball. But here Sevy tried it, and he couldn't do any better. So and Sevy knew what to expect that time. He just didn't hit it. You see me shaking my head there, pointing at that slope, just couldn't see it. And then I knew the slope was there on this one, and you'll see the result. I just couldn't borrow enough to, I just didn't trust borrowing enough. So there's a bogey on 17. Hole 18, par 4, 300 and I believe it's saying over here, let me look down at the plaque, 391 yards up the hill, into the wind. All right, here we are, hole 18. Just a beautiful course. You heard me talk about it just a little bit ago. I'm glad I stopped and played it. And I'm gonna try to make it back down when they do the Tom Doak renovations next year, when they're finished, I should say. There's my approach shot, blocked by the trees. I'm gonna pop out here and show you a little bit. There's the pin, beautiful clubhouse. And what I'm gonna try to do here on this approach shot is try to cut it around these trees, but I just don't swing hard enough anymore, and I don't get the ball elevated like I used to, probably because I don't swing down and through it enough like I've been talking about it. So I didn't start this one far enough left, and it clipped the tree, and it's coming down, about 50 yards short, I think. Look at that clubhouse. Beautiful clubhouse. Here I'm going to play like a 54 degrees, try to keep it lower than my normal, but it's uphill pretty good, elevated, so you'll see the result of this one. Come up a little short. Didn't hit it hard enough, and just up on the fringe. You'll see when I get up there. Here I am repairing, doing my part. That they let me come out and play their course here, so they're toss that to the side, and then let's go see where the approach is at. All right, there's that tier that's up there. I didn't get it all the way up here, but at least I can putt this thing. All right, let's see if I can knock this one in for par. There I am taking a peek. See which way the grain is going. Well, on this one, I feel like I put just a little too much hit into it. I mean, it's a good pace, but it made me pull it a little bit, I think. And then as you saw, when it lost its speed, the grain took a little bit. All right, bogey on the 18th hole. All right, that concludes part 2 and my total round here at Perry Maxwell's Dornick Hills, his first design. You saw where he's buried up there. It was a somber moment up there, really, honestly. Look at that beautiful clubhouse in the background here. The members should be proud of this course. So they're saying Tom Doak's going to come in and renovate, like I mentioned in part 1, the green complexes. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe and like button. Help me grow this channel. And as you know, PTS is real. Be self-aware of what's going through your mind. So thanks for watching. Love y'all.